Hello to everybody. My name is Vladimir, Vlad, aka the Bulgarian Cowboy. Now we're going to talk about the potential matchup between Derek Brunson and Ahmed Shahbazyan. Now, as well as you know, this match is set for UFC 248. Looking back at this fight card, it will happen in less than 2 months. And now we know that after signing a new 6 fight deal with UFC, Derek Brunson will look to hand Edmen Shahbazyan the first loss of his career. The middleweights are expected to clash at UFC 248. You know how it takes place at March 7th. And you know that the UFC announced the new fight on Wednesday. And looking back to this fight, I was really interested in talking about this because you know that Israel Adesanya versus Yoel Romero headlines the event, and strawweight title between Weili Zhang and Jan Jedrzejczyk is pretty much in works here. It's pretty much possible to happen. Yeah, this will probably headline. But now let's talk a bit on the event that is not that much popular. And according to this, Derek Brunson, well, looking back at this, he is a tough dude, ladies and gentlemen, a southpaw guy. The reason why I especially love him, he comes from Wilmington, North Carolina, a former wrestler in the brown belt in BJJ, and the guy competed at TUF 17. But on the first day, you know that he pulled out of the competition due to Showtime having yet to release him from his contract. And looking back at this, he is pretty much experienced guy, you know. He has some very, very solid experience in the world of MMA. He's a finisher, but also good with chokes. And the guy had a pretty much solid Strikeforce career where he defeated Jeremy Hamilton, Lomon Baceres, and Nate James. Fought for the Shop Fight middleweight championship and lost via split decision to Kendall Grove, but I pretty much believe that he was robbed in this fight, and I really and honestly believe that this guy was robbed because he really took part in a very very much good fight, and yeah, he is a tough dude, and I'd like to see him fight in some other promotions soon, and pretty much going to the top, you know. Derek Brunson is a tough dude. He defeated Chris Lieben via anonymous decision, Brian Houston via rear naked choke, but Yoel Romero stopped him via punches and body elbows, and you know, after that he bounced back. Lawrence Larkin, Ed Herman, Sam Alvey, he even KO'd Ron Cornero. Ron Cornero is not a simple dude, you know. He TKO'd Uriah Hall, then lost to Robert Whittaker and Anderson Silva, KO'd Dan Kelly and Lyoto Machida, lost to Ronaldo Souza and Israel Adesanya, just to bounce back with 2 decision wins over Elias Teodoro and Dean Heinisch. So yeah, you can call this guy a real finisher, a strong dude. And yeah, I believe Derek Brunson is an entertaining guy, the guy who makes you love this sport so much. And this is pretty much Derek Brunson. I love watching his fights. You know, my passion for MMA knows no limits. That's just me, you know, ladies and gentlemen. But looking back at this, I just have to say that Derek Brunson is now riding on a 2-win streak, but dangerous guys, you know, like Ronaldo Souza, Israel Adesanya, they were finishing him in the first round. And looking at Ahmed Shahbazyan, he's the real prospect of this division because the guy coming from Los Angeles, California, Glendale Fighting Club champion, and the great fighter is Ahmed Shahbazyan, man. I mean, this guy finished almost everybody. The only guy who gave him a hard time was Darren Stewart at the Ultimate Fighter 28 finale. Oh, I forgot to say that Ahmed Shahbazyan is TUF 28 winner, and he literally destroyed everybody. Dana White's Contender Series, he TKO'd Antonio Jones, Daniel McWilliams, Aaron Hamilton, Anthony Thomas, Tijan Daniels, Dermy Street, and Sela Williams. They were all TKO'd. He is a brutal finisher. Then at UFC 235, he defeated Charles Bird via TKO, elbows, and punches in the first round. In the first round, he finished via rear naked choke Jack Marshman, probably the best Welsh fighter of all time. And also got to say, he defeated that strong dude, Brett Tavares, via head kick. So, yeah, this guy had striking skills. What can I say? This will be a devastating stand up affair. And I can tell you one thing, this will be a strong match because both of these fighters are determined to go until the end. They are ready to brawl, they are ready to fight, and I believe this will be a very, very entertaining match. I kind of lean somehow towards Ahmed Shahbazyan because Derek Brunson, he had ups and downs. Shahbazyan, he was having also going forward, going backward. He was riding on a perfect score, and he's still riding on a perfect score, 11-0. And I believe he can extend his streak, but if the fight doesn't go to the ground. But if it goes to the ground, he has good skills. I don't want to criticize him. He choked out Jack Marshman. But looking back at Derek Brunson, he is a BJJ. He is a BJJ brown belt, and he is not an easy dude. He choked out Brian Houston, and you know, he has that rare naked choke. Both guys have rare naked choke, and I expect a stand-up war from hell, ladies and gentlemen. I expect it, and I hope it's gonna happen. I hope the match will last at least 2 or 3 rounds, but it will be super entertaining to watch.